Yo, welcome to Minnesota Cold Talk Podcast. We back in this joint and we batter. Today, Mental Talk Wednesday. We're about to get it in. The topic is fire. I can't wait to hear everybody else's opinion. Respectfully. You know what I mean? Because we like to agree and disagree respectfully, though. You know, we can't tell nobody if they're right or wrong. You know, they'll be like, hey, I see it this way, you know? And I think that's what makes our podcast dope. Like, we actually open up the panel on the floor for the people that come in. I'm actually sending everybody on my friend list an invite to this show today because I want to hear what people got to say. And we have a couple people on the podcast that's mad successful, and I want them to come in and give their intake on how they feel about it. So, yeah. So, yeah, man, being successful, like, people, like, they like self-sabotage themselves if they ain't 100%. Yo, what's going on, man? Long time no see. How you feeling? I'm glad you jumped up in here. Yo, shout out to Big T and the ROC. Yeah, but how you doing, man? I hope everything going good. Yo, listen, you got to stay for tonight's show. Tonight's show is fire. Matter of fact, since you know you're my girl in a bag of pearls and I rock with you, I'll give it to you early. How about that? Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you what the topic's going to be. I guarantee you're going to like it. Okay, bam. Bam. Well, I think we're going to be able to touch on this all night. Bam, the topic. Young PD Frats in the shout out to Amber. She's in the building. Who else is in the building? Got everybody. Hold on, man. I got your back. Oh, yo, shout out to Yanni. Yanni in the building, too. Yanni, what's up, mama? Hey, Yanni, send all your people invites. But listen, Yanni, do it like this. When you share it through the messenger. Don't send it to because they're going to act like they ain't see it. You hit that DM, they're going to look. You already know. They're going to, oh, what is this? And then they're going to click on it. And if you share it, they will come. Yo, PD Flats. M.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel kind of good too. I'm gonna tell y'all why, because this is my topic too. Okay, where is? Oh, man, let's get this show started. We early today. Hold on, what time is it? We early today. Yeah, what's going on, everybody?
What up?
Okay, listen. This is how we're gonna do it, y'all. Let's get it started early. Petey, we ain't seen you in a while. I tell you what, I'll let you start it off. Let's get it. Mental Talk Wednesday. Yo, shout out to Les. What's good, Femo? Topic. Why are we sometimes scared to be successful, and how can we overcome that?
For me, sometimes being afraid of being successful is on some it's new problems, new situations I never dealt with. How can I take on that demon? You know what I mean? I'm gonna stick with the evil I know because I can maneuver better. It's a comfortability thing. Once you get out of your comfort zone, you force yourself out of your comfort zone, with however that may be. That's one way you can overcome it.
So you say one way you can overcome it by how again? Say that again. I'm sorry.
By all right, what's an example? Like Nike, just doing it, forcing yourself, like having ambition to want more and don't care what comes next. Having a mind state like this is gonna happen.
Shout out to Portia. Portia in the building. She said, I'm in the comments. Carter gave her a code. Don't blame Carter. Carter gave you that code.
How y'all doing, Nunu
Carter
and
was
Frats?
happy as
How y'all
Carter
doing?
was happy as hell getting on that school bus twerking with them kids early. He was juking, boy. He was like, ooh, ooh, ooh at the school bus. She lying on that baby.
Shout out to baby
How y'all
Carter.
doing today?
Man, we good, man. What's popping?
I just spoke to you already. I'm talking about
Hi,
Peter and
Mom.
Emmy.
Y'all, my mom is
What's
in
good,
the comments.
my guy?
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
You
How
should
you
read the
doing,
comment up here.
Emily?
Emily.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear
I
me?
hear you, bro. What's
Oh,
up?
nothing. I'm just speaking. Mom there? Oh, she sure is. What's up,
I
Mom?
tell you what, since she's in the building, y'all go ahead and read out the topic. See how she like it about it. See how she feel about the topic.
All right. The topic is, why are we sometimes scared of being successful, and how can we overcome that?
Emily, touch on that. How you feel about that right there?
Me personally, I think the fear of success would have to depend on the type of success. I do agree with PD on some of the things that he was saying. I'm not saying I disagree with any of the things, but I definitely agree with some. But again, it depends on the kind of success. With success comes a lot of problems, a lot of problems. What they say, the more money you got, the more problems you got. When you're dealing with success, it comes with a lot of haters, a lot of demons, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things that you might have to do that you might not want to do, a lot of sacrifices. So for me, I just want to be comfortable. In being comfortable, I feel a sense of success, because as long as I'm doing what I'm happy with and what I want to do, I'm successful. I don't need the success that the world puts on us. Like, I gotta have all this money, or, you know, a certain kind of car, or things like that to be successful. I feel like I'm successful because I raised my kids to, you know, do the things that they're supposed to do. So I'm very successful. But I think a lot of people fear success, again, change, and again, just the things that come with that success, the sacrifices.
Yo, Emily, that was fire. Yo, but I want to give a special shout out to Ruthie. She just dropped 100 yuns. Thank you, Ruthie. We really appreciate you for that. There.
Shout out to Star for
Yeah.
joining while she at work.
Shout out
On
to
the
Star
clock
in the
with
building.
us.
Yo, what's up with Star, man? What's up, Star? Portia said some people are scared that people will treat them differently. What do you mean by that?
What up, Stop?
In a good way or a bad way, Portia? What do you mean by that?
Shit, and always, that's that again. I think, like I said, that comes with, you know, that fakeness, that, you know, people want to be around you for your success. People want to gain off your success. I feel like even with us, with a successful podcast, it's gonna always be people that's gonna come around that want to gain off our success, but don't want to help us be successful. So, you know, when anything you do that's successful, you got to pay attention to the people around you and what's going on. Stop saying, hey, y'all.
Hey, oh man, what's up? Hey man, let me ask you this question then, man. I'm gonna ask you about this.
Kayla.
With the topic. Hey, thanks for joining, y'all. We already got 60 people in the building.
Thank y'all for joining.
I said, why are we sometimes scared of being successful, and how can we overcome that?
Okay, we scared of being successful because we're afraid of change. Like Emily and Fred said, that, you know, there's a lot of things that goes along with being successful, and it's not necessarily only the people that's around you. It's basically fighting yourself. We've always fought ourselves when we are our own worst critics. And if you take a person from the ghetto and had nothing never in life, that'll be a scary field to go in. They will always contradict themselves. They will always say, hey, I can't do that, it's too much, and stuff like that. So the uncomfortability of change, we don't want to change. We don't want to get up at 5 in the morning and work till 1 the next morning. You know, sacrifices need to be made. Like Emily said, some people have gotten to the point to where it's okay to get a public aid check. It's almost like using drugs. waiting on the first and that rush to, you know, sell your stamps and all that. You get too complacent with not knowing that you have more value. Some people don't even know that they got value. So you can't be successful if you don't have the ability to say, I'm gonna put my first foot forward. So that's another thing. People are scared to step out the door. So as long as you just you ain't gonna never go nowhere, and it's comfortable that way. It's comfortable with living in your mama basement. You know what I'm saying? It's comfortable with, you know what I'm saying, asking your daddy for a cigarette here and there all the time, and him cursing you out, telling you to get a job. You know, and it's crazy to say that, but you know, we're afraid to change. And as long as, and it all comes from too, um, how people are brought up. You know what I'm saying? If you saw your mama or your daddy go to work every day, and you know what I'm saying, they didn't buy you shoes, they made you work for them, they made you have holes in your shit, you know, you appreciate it more. So the value of a human being, and me feeling value in myself, I'd rather feel value in Emily. I'd rather feel value in you and baby girl down here. I'd rather give y'all more value than I give myself. And that's what I go ahead.
No, go ahead. But I wanted to say something once she was done. I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
So
I lost momentum. Go ahead.
So since it's Mental Health Wednesday, does traumas prevent us from being successful? That's another
yes.
question I think you should ask.
I think,
and then we need to read the comments.
Can I answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I answer?
The comments.
I can't read the comments. I'm driving.
Okay, so I'll read them real quick, and then Michaela, or man, you want to finish, then Michaela can come back. I just want to say shout out to Dana. She joined, and Twan's in the building.
What?
So Ruthie said, in order to be successful, you have to constantly level up. Leveling up is constant change. She said, and people are scared of change. Applying for a new position, higher up position, new jobs, etc. It's all potential for rejection. So fear of rejection. Now I ain't gonna even lie. I just started an armed security position, and I was nervous because, you know, it's change. It's a change that I've never done it. So she's absolutely correct. I just experienced that. Oh, I'm sorry. My mama said, watch your mouth. I don't know who she talking to, but I don't know what I said. Shut up. She's talking to you.
I ain't cursing.
Jayon said, have a good night, y'all. Deserve all these stars from Isha. She sent the $115 115 stars.
Yo,
shout out to her.
Shout out to Isha for dropping that 115 money.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Shout out to Danielle.
And I want to, for all the rest of y'all, I'm passing the offering plate around.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Emily, we had 100 people. What time is it? Yo, we had 100 people already. So thank you guys. Thanks for sharing. Please share the live. That's what you need to do. We appreciate you.
Definitely shared it to the messenger, like you said, instead of sharing to.
That's what I was telling you.
Let me get these comments. Then we want to hear from Michaela.
Okay.
So Danielle, again, shout out to Danielle for joining. Portia said, facts. Some are afraid to fail, but failing is a part of success. I agree. Sometimes you got to lose to win. Again, in my Fantasia voice, amen. Beautiful Locks. Lady Locke said, losing people comes with success also. You can't take everyone with you.
That's fire.
Facts. Shout out to my little sister who is now the same age as me, so we are equal. Shantae, I love you, baby. Kai, is that how you say that? Kai? I'm sorry if I butchered your name. She's all the way right on that. Oh, mom said she was talking to you, man. And shout out to the Red for joining. She threw a nice bomb party last week.
Who?
I had a ball. I turned up to the max. She throwing a card party this Friday. This is not an open invite, but I'm just saying, you know, if she rock with you, you definitely want to be in the building because I will be.
What's her name?
Her name is Red.
Yo, shout out to Red. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Red, listen, if you share this live, make sure you do it on Messenger because you know they're gonna see it. Yo, I want to give a special shout out to Sarshima. Sarshima been coming to the show regularly. Sarshima, we got a topic, and after Emily get done with the comments, I'll read the topic out again.
Oh, I'm done with the topic. Sarshima said hey, and Portia sent hearts to my little sister because they went to church together, so they've been knowing each other for quite some time. Shout out to Tron. I'm sorry, Tron. Shout out to Tron for joining.
Do you guys want me to finish or?
Yeah, do your thing.
Okay.
Just kind of keep it a little brief so Michaela can get on the mic.
Go ahead.
No, finish up.
Yeah, finish up. Make sure you lay
No, this Mental Health Wednesday. I can't be brief. Go ahead. I got last. I ain't worried about it. Go ahead.
Well, I think it was on you though, man, if I'm not mistaken.
I know, but y'all asking for me to be brief, and I could be brief, but the message has to be stronger on Mental Health Wednesdays. So
yeah, do your thing. Go ahead. Get the floor.
I come back, Ken. Go ahead.
I want to say a special shout out to Love too. She jumped in. She been jumping in regular. But yeah, go ahead, man. Do your thing, and then I'll just read the comment out.
Go ahead, Michaela. Let Michaela go ahead.
Okay, Michaela. Let me read the topic. Michaela, the topic is why are we sometimes scared to be successful, and how can we overcome that?
So, man kind of stole my answer. I was gonna say scared of change, but listening to the comments and the other stuff that everybody else said, like Ruthie made a point, but like with me, when it came to jobs, I was never like, if it was something with a better position, I was always willing to go for it without a problem. Like right now, what I'm going through with my job, that's what's making me scared. I'm scared that I've been there almost 9 years, and now I'm dealing with some BS where, you know, I'm not as successful as I thought I was going to be in this company. And so that's what makes me scared, because now I feel like I have to start all over from ground zero.
I think that's why I don't know. I think that's why, you know, a part of being successful is constantly learning, which is what I think somebody else said, constantly learning, constantly growing. Because the problem with applying for a job that, you know, leveling up usually means you need the education, the requirements, you need to meet the requirements, the education. So a lot of times we don't have that education. We have the knowledge, we have the skills because we learn hands-on and we're smart, but we don't have the paperwork that says we have a degree to do what this requirement is. So that scares us off. We shouldn't be scared of that, because it doesn't matter a lot of times if you have a degree. If you're already within the company and you want to apply for a higher position, do it. Because that means if you've been there 8 years, that means you got the experience. Doesn't matter if you got the degree, you got the experience. So I think that's what we fear, like when we see the education requirements and things like that. But when we in it, we know what we're doing. We just go for it.
I want to give a special shout out to Lenore. She in the building. Yo, shout out to Lenore. The QC is in the building. Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't want to read the comments. I was just saying they piling up before they get too far. I'm gonna read the topic and then the comments, and then man can go ahead and do him. Michaela, were you done?
Yeah, I was done.
Okay. So the topic tonight, and although it's Mental Health Wednesday, we haven't got quite that far yet, but the topic for tonight is why are we sometimes scared of being successful, and how can we overcome that? Danielle is tagging someone, I think. Lady Locke said, hey, good people. She said, cuff Blair. I think she's tagging someone. Danielle said, man, you naked, in reference to man and his taco meat that's hanging out here on the show. Shantae said, same here. Danielle said, for me, it's definitely being too comfortable with nothing and scared of being too successful and overwhelming myself also because I also feel like I need help but don't have a team to work with. That is facts. That's one of the reasons why my catering business got slow. And she also said that ain't even taco meat. He got cracked pepper on his check. Cracked peppers. That Portia is laughing. Ruthie said, I agree with Danielle. I definitely get too comfortable and I personally hate change. I'm scared to leave my job where I feel secure, but I feel like opportunities are limited. If I leave, what if things don't work out elsewhere? Then you go back. You put your 2 weeks notice in, tell them you need some clarity for mental health or whatever. You go try that job out. Make sure you do things the right way and you go back.
So what
Don't be
happens?
scared of that.
What happens when you stay there because you're fear of leaving and then they let you go?
See, one thing we got to realize is companies don't give two flying fucks. Oops, sorry, Ma. Companies do not care about us. All they care about is what we can do for them. So if you're sitting at a desk hoping that they care about you and you're going to be there for the long run, please don't. I got praised. I got honored. I got all kinds of stuff at a company that I was at. I busted my butt. I even working 7 days a week, hours just sitting at the job, kicking it. I love this place. I put my everything, my kids on the back burner for this job and everything. And they let me go. And it crushed me. And I will never do it again. I bounce. I'll leave a job the second day. If I don't like it, I'm not comfortable, bye. I'll find something else, even if I have to struggle until I do it. But my happiness means everything to me.
Did you
and the
see
company
the other?
don't care about you.
Did you see the other comment? She said, "My fear is having the skills, but not the education."
And I said that. I said that. A lot of people fear that they have the skills but don't have the education. But guess what? You think a company wants to pay all these companies to do background checks and all this if they know you can do the job that they finna hire somebody? The problem is they're gonna pay you less than what they're gonna pay that new hiree. So that's what my fear is being with a company, staying there, working my butt off, getting a $2-3 pay raise, but they had this on Indeed for $10 more for the person that they was gonna hire to do the job that they gonna promote me to do. So that's what I pay attention to, the money factor. Like, I don't care about no education. Not saying I don't get that twisted, but I know I can get a job faster than somebody with a college degree based off my experience. So I ain't scared. But somebody want to read the comments? I'm talking too much.
Go ahead, Emily. You got to get them. Cause I got to make sure Baby Soul saying hi.
Do nothing. You always got an excuse. I'm sick of you. All right. So, so you already read what Michelle said. Danielle said, take a personal leave of absence. If you've been at your job for longer than, a year or 2 or 3, whatever, yes, you have the right to take a personal leave of absence. Yeah. FMLA, look into it, baby. Ruthie said, I already did that once. Do it again. Shantae said, or the roles and responsibility, especially if you have never did them before. Now, that is true. That is a fear, and it happens. Allegra said, that's why I refuse to work for people outside of my race that is trying to build generational wealth for our people. Yeah. Shantae said, exactly. Danielle said, I also struggle with pricing and marketing. I don't charge enough most times, and I can't stay consistent with advertising. That, yeah. But that's on a personal, that's your personal business. Like, we talking about working for people. Danielle, you got friends that's going to help you with that. So send me all your marketing material. I'll promote you. If I have to walk the streets with you, my sister.
Man,
I believe in you.
Man, where you at? You ready? Come on, let's get it, baby. And thank you for the 70 people who just joined in just now. Shout out to Mimi. She did touchdown.
Can somebody
for the people who
catch the comments though? Like, if they pile up, I'm not reading them.
All right, go ahead. Hey, Jaden.
We apologize, y'all, if we can't get to your comments all and stuff like that. Just resend them, If we hadn't read them off, and just try and resend them if you can. If not, then ask the question at another time. We
Or
do apologize.
put up a thumb and I'll bring you up. You know what I mean? If you'll come, please don't write a book. If you got, you don't have to be on camera. If you do come up, you don't have to be on camera. You get to come up and say what you want to. So you ain't got to write a book. But forget that. Hey man, come on, let's get it in. Let's get the show going because.
Okay.
Let's go.
A lot of really what we are doing and today. That question does apply to Mental Health Wednesday. And the reason is because a lot of people with mental health issues are afraid to, take that forward step. And so mental health issues stop people from going forward or trying to go to that next position or not knowing they have the ability to. Then you have family and friends who are around you who don't push you to those limits. They are, if you are a mess up, if you are a person that goes to prison, jail, or if you are a person who always getting in trouble or whatever the case may be, sometimes people look at you as a misfit. Your family and friends look at you as a misfit. So like that person said earlier, your circle of people have to be safer and more educated on pulling you out those droughted and dead situations in your mind. So I do think that because of mental disability, we're illiterate. There's a lot of people who are illiterate. They don't know how to work a computer. They barely know how to work their phone. And that is one of the primary causes of, people not going to a forward success because they didn't learn in school. They played all the time in high school and things of that sort. So they're afraid to ask questions. People are afraid to ask questions to other people. So shame, guilt, and everything else is built into, not being able to move forward in life and do and be to your full potential. So I think that mental health issues play a big part in why people can't make that forward to step forward. Now, y'all go ahead.
Okay. Since we're talking about this, let me ask you a question, Emily. Have you ever been put in a situation where you could have went to the next level, but you was like, either you felt like you didn't have the bagging or you just wasn't confident in yourself to do it?
Nope.
Yo, listen, I have twice. I had a gaming channel on YouTube. I had like 17,000 followers and everything. I had a little thing where Microsoft was sending me games to review and everything. And when I felt like I was right there, I felt like I wasn't getting the right support because not only was I editing the videos, I was doing everything myself. And I just slowly but surely stopped doing it. And that was 11 years ago. You know what I mean? So same thing with my filming. I started filming in 2016. We won Mad Awards, started doing documentaries and everything. Once COVID hit, it's like I just felt like I didn't have the right bagging and I quit. And now the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast, but I won't stop on this one. I'm gonna keep on going, and hopefully it opened up the door for me to go back into filming again. So this why this topic was special to me because I did it. I was that person who had 17,000 followers on YouTube, turned around and had 500 some followers on Twitch. You know what I mean? And right now, if you go on YouTube right now and look up Pop Off Gaming, you will see my videos, man. And I had a fan base for real, and I felt like I just felt like man, I ain't had the right people with me to grow and be better. So I just stopped doing it. But I promise you, I won't stop doing Minnesota Cold Talk. I'm gonna push this thing forever. You know what I mean? So it happened to me. So yeah. So man, have you ever were put in a situation where you felt like you didn't have the team or you didn't have the confidence? And how did this topic right here touch you in a certain way?
Man, every day, man. Every day. I feel like I don't have that, but I know it's there. I know it's there, but I just feel like I don't have that because some of the reasons is because I've changed. I've went through therapy. I went through school. I've indulged into learning about what makes my triggers trigger and how to change my behavior when I get upset. So a lot of people around me in my circle haven't done it, and so that's scary for me to ask. A lot of people who are hurting as well as me, and that's why I say us educating each other and pushing each other towards that. Like if I say, hey, you Sosa, I've been noticing, you know what I'm saying, you've been down and out, you ain't been talking to me and stuff like that. I think that maybe you should reach out and stuff like that. Those making those comments and not saying, "Oh, ain't nothing wrong with you. You smart." And we dumb it down. We dumb it down on what people are going through, and we don't do it intentionally. It's something that we're programmed because we're so strong. We call ourselves so strong to the fact that we can't go to nobody else, and when somebody else bring their information to us, we can reciprocate it. So that's why you see a lot of people when you're trying to give information or data or knowledge to a person, and they know it's right, they look at you and stuff like that. So some people just need to gravitate towards, if you got a dream,
But hold on,
this is what I say.
when did you notice it though? Like when did you notice it and you like, damn, I was there, man? Like when was that point where you like, fuck, I was there, and I let it go, cause I had that feeling. So when was it that you like, damn, I felt that?
It was at a point when I was online and I had followers and stuff like that, and I was with a team of people, and they wasn't very supportive, and I knew every morning I wake up, and when I'm reaching out on Facebook to all the hundreds of people that's supposed to be on my Facebook, I reach out to them and stuff like that. I give positive messages and stuff like that, and it's family and friends. I see them send a heart to everybody else, but when it comes to me, it's nothing. I see their face drop down, but it's nothing. So the information of some people being able to, and I noticed that maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, I noticed it. And I could tell you, man, if you
These
ever
comments is building up, and I can't even see them because man has got too much light going on back there.
Hey man, can you catch the comments too after you get done?
yeah. It's very important. I think that sometimes being able to take your social life and act serious for once. People need to start acting serious for once. We play too many games. We always want to kick it. And I think that I've seen that years ago too. I noticed that we always want to kick it. We never evolve into, holding meetings. And that's just like why we see a lot of other cultures thriving, because they know how to stop kicking it, and they know how to save money, and they know how to sit down and say, hey, brother, there's something wrong with you. Hey, we're not getting to you and stuff, and we see the potential in you. You could have been did this. You could have been did that. Hey, I got so it's having people in your corner that don't turn their lip up at you, that don't roll their eyes and all of that stuff. So I've noticed it throughout the years, and
do you see this?
Yeah.
This comment from her is so deep, man. Did you see her?
Go ahead.
She said, anxiety stopped me. I gotta go. How do I go back? I gotta make it.
Yeah, I see it.
Hi, cousin.
She said, anxiety stopped me from going forward with the things that I love most. She said, I love seeing success, but don't like being acknowledged for my success. My anxiety get the best of me, and I'd rather hide.
And that's a mental disease.
Wow.
And that's a mental disease.
Go ahead.
Anxiety.
Hold on, man. 1 second.
I'm gonna shout out
what did you say,
my sister/cousin Jennifer. She's in the comments. She makes her own incense, Black businesses. So if y'all want some incense, she'll customize them for you as well.
Hey, Jennifer, that's dope. We need to get you on the show. And I want to say thank you to Portia. She dropped 500 Munyons in the building. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
That comment,
Portia.
that comment that I read from her, hey, you really sparked something in me with that comment, man. I felt like that so much. Baby Sosa wrestling with me right now, y'all. Y'all can't see him, but he tussling. Um,
What
yeah,
you say?
go ahead, man. I'm about to cut you
No,
off
what
too.
you say? What comment?
Man, the comment, man. Let me see. I think I lost it.
Oh, the anxiety one.
Yeah, she said she don't like being acknowledged for her success because it brings out her anxiety in her and she just want to hide. Um, I was put in a situation where I started doing movies in 2017. We did a short film and was nominated for 6 awards and won 5. Um, and I had the guy that I looked up to and mentored me tell me that he didn't think I was ready. Yo, it did something to me. Not only did I believe him, I'm like, damn, man, if he telling me this and he doing movies, then woo woo. But now I had, man, we just won all these awards. And it was my first time ever writing and shooting a film, man. I should have listened to him. I should have just did it. So the next time I get an opportunity to go, I'm going, man. You know what I mean? So, yo, don't let your anxiety get the best of you when you see the success. You know what I mean? Once you see it and people comment on it, you don't got to take it no other type of weight test. If you stay tunnel vision, you'll be okay. I let it get to me, so I understand how you feel. So I appreciate that comment. We got another 50 Munyons from Kiana. Kiana is in the building. Kiana, you know you can come up too, mama.
Hey,
Oh,
Kiana, I've been trying to speak, but we've been
I'm
trying
sorry.
to also get
You like this?
get the topics out. I mean, get
Yeah,
everybody's opinions
Can
out.
I ask
We do
y'all
got
a question?
yeah. Go ahead, man.
Do y'all and this goes by what I was saying, as far as the team and the stuff like that you build around you and stuff like that. Do people actually know your favorite color? Do people actually invest in that time with you and sit down and get to that root of the problem and actually say, hey, Sosa, Emily, Kiana, you know, this is what I'm seeing in you. And we don't do that. We push each other in different directions because we don't know how to approach it because we're going through a lot. And like I said, we do be there for each other. We give each other hugs. We are there as soon as somebody is in some trouble. We're right there on the spot. But the intimate things as far as mental diseases and like she said, the anxiety and stuff, all of that, a lot of our generation is quick to go get a bottle.
I want to know why. I want to
So
know why she. I want to know what triggers that for her, because I know what triggers that for me. And I think with this topic, now that we know we can identify that we all experience it, I think we should take our time now and ask like, when did it start? And then once we know when and when it started, and we know everything else, we can see how to deal with it, man. And I think we need to start breaking the topics down like that
we've
because it makes
always
more sense.
had anxiety. Everybody is built with anxiety. That's what drives you. That's what drives you. The overcoming anxiety is the most uplifting feeling in the whole world. When you overcome the anxiety and you say, "Oh man, I was going to go take my driving test and I was scared all this time, but I passed it on the first round. I didn't get an answer wrong." So challenging ourselves is a big thing into changing. We're scared. We want to stay with the same thing. And for me, I just say for me, the only way you can get past this little issue, the anxieties and stuff like that, is talk to a professional. Is talk to a professional and ask them how to come up with coping mechanisms and get you Google it, go to YouTube and study yourself as far as what when you get triggered to something and how do you bring that trigger down when you're anxiety, when you feeling anxiety, do you breathe, do you listen to music, what are you doing in those situations when your anxiety is high? So you have to think about good thoughts and things like that. So and just say, have that confidence, put confidence in yourself. And if you heard somebody else say, hey Emily, you been could did it, girl, because you opened up 3 different businesses and stuff like that. Why are you so afraid to do this one? And you know, it's just that push. You got to have that push and have it inside you.
Okay, really quick. This is to the people in the comments. If you want to come up, let us know. You don't have to write paragraphs in the comments. Shout out to my cousin George for watching. That's just his name on here. Shout out to John for joining. I am going to step away so somebody else can join. I got some laundry that I'm doing.
Y'all come up here. Don't be long-winded like man ass with you. I almost forgot what I was about to
Hold
say.
on, Emily was long-winded.
Emily
was long-winded. You was long-winded.
Well, I'm never long-winded. I talk and catch the comments and keep talking.
Yeah,
so I've learned how to position myself to talk, get my point across, and make sure everybody else is heard. Don't put me in nothing that Sosa say. But I am leaving because I want other people to talk. This isn't our show. This ain't a one-man show. We want you guys to comment in the comments, but comment in the comments. But we want you can also come up, turn your camera off, get your point across. Ain't nobody finna be reading paragraphs.
Yeah,
so
we did miss a lot of comments just now. I was trying to tell them to wrap it up.
I know, and I'm finna go. So bring Kiana up because she said she wants to come up.
Michaela, you still in? You want to check the comments out, or what you want me to rotate you out?
I could bring the comments. I was trying to respond to the question, but man, almost made me forget what the question was.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, next time y'all keep blaming me, y'all, I'm gonna put y'all on a timer.
Hey, look, this one. Look, when y'all get too long with it, I'm gonna start doing this.
Okay,
wrap it up.
So Kiana said she did the request. She also said, I do. That's one thing I'm very proud of. My small team holds me accountable as well as lifts me up. Danielle said relationships have become surface level.
Hey,
we don't get intimate.
Michaela, you know what? Don't even read them no more. Listen, you guys, we apologize. Man was right. This is Mental Talk Wednesday, so sometimes we might go long. But if you wrote a comment and we didn't read it, please would you send a comment again, and we would definitely catch it. We're gonna be more quick on catching the comments when y'all pop up because we want y'all to feel like y'all are part of the show. So we apologize for that. But yeah, let's just keep the show going.
Let me answer the question. What you said.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anybody on the show have any questions as far as they didn't get their question answered here, you can send me a message. You can send Kiana a message. You send Sosa a message and ask your question there, and you can get more in-depth detail on how to handle your situation.
I'm not a professional, so I'm going to give you my personal advice or experience or understanding, but I ain't going to tell you my way is the only way. So with that in mind, I think we talked about this last night, Sosa.
Hey, you gotta take that out your ear, Kiana. You sound like you you sound like you far away, mama. What the hell happened to man? Okay. I don't know what just happened.
Say something, Kiana.
Hello?
That's better.
Where did the comments go? Okay.
Now, what Sosa asked, so I can answer it now.
What just happened? Did he leave out, or what the hell was that about?
I don't know.
Hey, man, listen, let me tell y'all something, right? When we do this show, I know everybody want to talk. Everybody's going to be able to get a chance to talk, man. Please don't get upset and feel no type of way, man. Everybody going to be able to talk, I guarantee it. So let's just keep this ball rolling. I'm going to bring somebody else up. So, yeah, let's get it.
We talked about it before. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the topic again. Can you hear me? We talked about this before the other night. For me, I think that, and I don't remember everything that was discussed because I kind of joined late, so I apologize. I think a lot of us are not sure what to do with the success once we get it. We're not sure if we're going to be able to handle it. We're not sure if we're going to be able to deal with the responsibilities that come with success, because a lot of people feel like, oh, once I'm successful, I made it. It actually comes with a lot more stress than people are really willing to take on. So some people know that in advance and they're like, I don't want to do that. Other people don't know that, and their fear of failure is a big deal for them. So I think there's a ton of reasons why people are afraid of success. Figuring out where it comes from is going to take people doing the work. Sometimes it will take a psychiatrist or therapist or counselor. Other times I've seen some people grow out of it. Some people just grow out of it. Some people do use their anxiety and stress for drive. Others have to figure out, where they have to start at. So I think there's a lot of reasons why we have this issue, but I think that there are so many different levels on why and so many different reasons. It's not just a one size fits all solution.
Okay, that's what's up. Thank you guys. We're almost at 300 live viewers right now. This is crazy. Somebody please tag Emily back in here again. Please do it for me, somebody. Bro, go ahead. You got the mic, man. And I'm gonna read the comment out for the new people who just joined the podcast. And the topic is, why are we sometimes scared of being successful, and how can we overcome that? Shout out to Lisa. She in the building too, you guys. All right, go ahead, bro. You got the floor.
All right, can y'all hear me all right? All right, cool. I do want to kind of be long-winded, but I am going to be respectful of other people wanting to get up here.
Hey, when I do this, y'all know with that wine, land the plane, baby.
Wrap it
Shout out
up.
to my mommy. Hi, Trina. I see you. My bad. Go ahead.
Your mom in the building?
My other one. I got a lot of mamas. I come from a lot of support. But go ahead.
All right. Now, I wanted to get up here, with a little bit sooner than later, because this is kind of, I think it kind of ties in with something that I was talking about on my TikTok, kind of like last week, and I got some videos I added to it, and I'm going to add more to it. So that's just a little introduction. But what my video was ultimately, what I was saying is that they tell us that we have these biases, the cultural biases that slow us down and hinder us. And I'm just a believer that they don't exist, and what I honed in on when I made my post was on like the test bias, and that they're just really, with tests, there really is no bias. It's just, you got to know what you got to know, study to show yourself approved, and things of that nature. So I don't want to get into the test taking thing, but I see it falls in line with this, with the fear of success, because we see that there might be biases on what we deem as success. Success is moving forward. Progress is success. So if you're making progress, if you're moving forward, even if you fall forward, then that is success. So then if, it might be a fear of falling, more so than a fear of success. But you just need to know that if you're falling forward, then you're still making progress and moving ahead, because I don't really have a fear of success. Now, I will say, probably my hang up is, which kind of goes to that one comment. I think it was from Michelle, I think it was Cephas. I think what she was saying is that sometimes we have we can't handle praise, right? Once we get too much praise, then we get too big-headed, get too pumped up, and then we stop progressing and we stop moving forward. We like, hey, we got the praise, so we gonna do our praise dance right here, and ain't gonna make any more progress, or it stifles our progress. And then I think that also ties back just to that thing of where, we think there's biases. And so when we think we should be getting this praise, and big praise. So sometimes we get a little praise and we don't, we're like, oh, that ain't nothing. And so we think, when we finally think we arrive, when we get a big praise, and that's just a big encouragement to keep going. But we want to live in that moment that we again stop progressing. So that's kind of my take on it. Again, it's like, I think we just got a lot of biases, and we think that we don't know when to properly notice when we are having success, so that then we are, we'll be moving forward and be like, oh man, nobody's giving me praises and pats on the back, so I'm just stop. Not even from what I heard, it seemed like, quite a bit of that has happened as well, where, and then last point, I make my last point I want to make when I came up here, and then I'll be done. Yeah, this is the last point. Okay, so I just recently made a post yesterday. And I made a post, I said just a few more days, it's gonna be 6 weeks of sobriety for me, so no alcohol. So I made that post, and it's like my most, I've never got reactions like that on a post I made at all. Like I usually get like, be lucky to get 10, but it's over 100 reactions and probably like a good 20 comments on a post. And I got like, I didn't even think people was gonna respond to it like normal. And like after the first hour or even before 2 hours, I kept getting notifications. I was at work, I put my phone, and it was like 40 reactions already to the post. So, and the reason why I bring it up is that out of the 100, over 100 or whatever, 102 that it is at now, probably 70 of the people, I don't even know. 70 of the people probably not even in Minnesota. They probably someplace all over the world with how I got my Facebook set up. So it's like, it's things like that where I might, even before myself, I might like, oh, never got that many, but it'd be like, well, my family ain't commenting, they're not reacting on it. My friends, I know they see it, they not reacting to it. I just see a lot of these strangers, and sometimes we feel that we're trying to share things to get that praise and encouragement from them. But, this just showed me, even with that and not expecting it, that, sometimes you just got to take it how it comes. And then reaching other people outside that circle is a more of an impact than that immediate circle and that familiar circle that we often look for the praise from. So that was it.
Bro, listen, first I want to say congratulations to you, bro. That's dope. Go ahead, Kiana.
I was just going to make sure to say congratulations. And to just a little bit on what you said, I think that sometimes, yes, the comments are going crazy. Everybody is congratulating you. I don't know you from a can of paint, but listen, I feel like any progress, like you said, is a form of success. A lot of the comments are saying strangers be your best friends, your biggest supporters, your biggest fans. And I think it's because a lot of times you connect better with a stranger because they don't know you, but they feel good knowing somebody else is going through what they're going through or pushing how they pushing. So it feels good to get it. And again, I'm gonna give it to the stranger because I don't have to be judged. He don't know me. He don't gotta ask no questions. He don't know none of that. And then it feels better because I don't have to worry about my expectations being let down because these people don't know me and they telling me they proud of me, which is an amazing feeling regardless to whether my family tells me or not. Do I feel better when family do it? Yes. But to know that you had 100 people that don't know you say how proud of you they are, to me that adds to value. I think the other last little part of it is, I think the reason that some of us have that is we don't really feel like we deserve the success. A lot of us don't understand how we become deserving of success because you do listen to other people tell you no, or those family members you want to praise you because whatever it is, and I think it's in everybody for some reason feels like they need that acceptance from family. So we feel like we don't deserve it because it didn't come from family. And it takes those strangers to start making you realize, you know what? I don't need them to be proud of me. I need me, but it feels good for these people to be proud of me.
Somebody said that. I think it was Danielle. She said, strangers are your biggest fans. Yo, and that's how you know it's genuine. When somebody say, yo, I'm glad to see you doing that, and they don't know you. They see you, but they say, congratulate you. Baby Sauce eating mac and cheese, so y'all gotta forgive him. But yeah, no. Shout out to Danielle for that comment. You want to catch the comments, Kiana? Hey, Michaela, are you still in the building?
Yeah, I'm here.
Dan, you okay? Yeah. Did you hear what he was saying?
I did.
And he was going in. Michaela, let me go take you. I'm gonna bring Starshima up real quick, and I'll bring you back.
Okay,
dang,
so
I just wanted, while you do that, just to kind of respond. Like, a lot of that, when we think we don't deserve like the praise or the success, again, it comes, and I probably didn't get to this, from us feeling that there's these biases, and then with feeling that there's these biases, and with being told, a lot of times we just giving stuff without the work, without the effort, and before we actually gain the skill and the knowledge. So, we and then what happens is you're not really ready, you really don't have the skills, you really don't have the knowledge, then you do fail. So that's what we say we set up to fail. That's how we're set up to fail, because we're put into positions before we're ready, or when they know we're not ready, when we know they know we're not going to be ready at all, by saying, oh, it's the biases why you can't get there. So I know you got the skill or the experience, even though they know, not to be negative, but they know you don't, and they know that it's going to create that failure. It's going to set you up to fail. So I think that comes into play, into play with it, with why we often feel that, why we fear the success.
Thank you too, bro. Remember, we had this conversation the other night when I was driving to go get something to eat. So I'm glad that you remember this topic and this conversation that we had. Thank you, bro. I want to say thank you to the new people who did join the show. The topic we have right now is why are we sometimes scared of being successful, and how can we get over it? All right, go ahead, Kiana. You got the floor.
As far as how we can get over it, I think people have to, again, figure out where it comes from. And some of it is childhood, some of it is adulthood. Like, for real. Some of us get into spaces as adults that you never thought you would be in, and now I'm stuck here, or I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure how to get out of it. So we revert. So I think the way to get over it is, first you have to figure out how to acknowledge it. You have to figure out, is it really a fear? Is it a fear, or is it me just being lazy? Because those are not the same thing, and people sometimes interchange them. Once you figure out, yes, it's a fear, you have to figure out, is it a fear of what? Where did it stem from? You got to do the work. Sometimes it does take a therapist. Sometimes it does take, and some people can go to an actual therapist. Some people can do, like self-help books and stuff. People learn in different ways. But once you understand it, the digging yourself out of that it's an ever going, it's constant. Like, it does not stop. It's like education. You can never know everything. So you're always needing to learn.
Emily, welcome back, Mama.
Thank you.
I wish you was. Did you get a chance to hear what that brother was saying, man? Man, it was me, him, and Dominique the other night. It's like 3 a.m, and we brought this topic up, man, and we talked about it ourselves, man. So, man, he came up here and dropped some knowledge, man, and congratulations to him on his sobriety too. So, yeah, he a good dude, man.
Hey,
you
the man knows Stefan. That's what's the name, brother? Damn. Used to do music with Linnell and them.
That's the dude that had the
Solomon.
black truck that stayed on the side of the highway.
I don't know. That's Solomon's brother. Remember we we sold plates and stuff, and they was signing my pants.
I kind of figured. Yeah, I remember him.
Well, congratulations to him.
Congratulations. Yeah.
It's some hard work and effort.
May I say something, you guys?
Yeah, you got the floor, man. Go ahead.
I think that also, look at some of the parents. Take for instance the movie with Monique and Precious. If you got parents like that, you don't have no confidence. So like she said, it stems from in the house. Your parents can't push you as far as what they've learned. And back in the early 80s, 70s, 60s, and the further back we go, the more illiterate we are. And so if you got a mama or a daddy who is just don't have the will to want to push you, there's always a lot of parents that saying you will never be nothing. And so those words sink into our head at young ages, and we gravitate, and those words become a part of us. So when they say your tongue is the sword, you know, some of those words are embedded in our heads. And so just simple words can be embedded in your head, and you can carry that for life.
Negative impact. My grandma used to say that to me all the time. Your tongue has power. So be very what was it she says? Be very intentional in how you speak and how you think, because even if you don't say it out your mouth, your brain is processing it. So to add to man, like, yeah, I do believe that some of it is, a huge portion of it is what you saw and what you were told. If you weren't given confidence, if you weren't uplifted, if you weren't, you know, bragged on a little bit or doted on a little bit, you do have a negative reflection and view of yourself. So if I don't view anything good or successful or positive, and I don't have a definition of success, because a lot of people wrap success into finances, and it's more than that. A lot of people don't have money but are so successful because they literally get up out the bed every day and they smiling. Like, I woke up and that is a success for me. So when you grow up with that, it takes the unlearning. That's where the work comes in. That's how we get to the changing it. Now I gotta unlearn, and people don't realize, I think it's harder to unlearn something than to learn something. So that's the work.
And I also, go ahead.
You remember that? Kelly, you gonna catch the comments, Mama?
Okay. Let me see. You reposted the topic. Starshima said she'll hop in a second. She was putting her grandson to sleep. LaFlair said, yes, that's facts, man. Danielle said that's facts. Kenyatta said, and what she said, and what I think man means is what is in his heart. LaFlair said, yes, ma'am, yes. And then Kenyatta said, re-brainwash yourself. Yeah, like brainwashing is real. So you do have to retrain yourself how to completely think about you. You got to figure out what makes you happy, how you feel good, what you got to figure out what is success to you away from money. Because I think everybody has their whole perspective on money, right? More money, you're supposed to be happy. But once you learn what makes you happy that is not in fact attached to money or even another person, your road to success is still ongoing, but it is so much better. And then you can share it with other people.
I would like to
shout out to real quick to Kenyatta. That's my sis from another mother and father, but I love her. Shout out to Kenyatta.
You see her comment? She said, re-brainwash yourself. That's dope.
I would like to add, because I work on a farm. So I'm looking at this 7-year-old boy, and I'm looking at this 12-year-old boy, and I'm looking at generations. I'm looking at the grandfather, the father, and then the kids, okay? And they don't watch TV, and when they watch TV, they watch what their mama and daddy watch. They're out on the farms. They're out learning what their parents is learning. To keep generational wealth, their parents is keeping them away from kids and stuff like that, or other influences and things like that. They have control over their phones with things of that sort. So that's the example that I'm talking about, as far as, you know, I just sat there and I watched, and I said, and I asked the little boy, I said, man, Cody, I said, why you work? They work hard as us. They just don't have the man strength. And he said, this is going to be mine. I am the 6th generation. So we have to teach our kids, and whoever you is, blue, black, purple, or green, you have to teach your kids how to manifest success. Like my daughter right now, She has a construction business and doing installation. And now all she needs is a nice truck to have her tools and open and build shelves and stuff. That's what we're working on. So I think that's one of the issues that we miss out on. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
I think you know what else I think people don't pay attention to is the people around them that is successful.
Yeah.
Successful people hang around successful people. All of us are together right now because of one thing. We are all creative and we're trying to build something. The people who ain't building nothing is the people who ain't a part of what we got going on. But we're building something together, and that's why we are all here. Everybody that messed with the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast that I ran through personally are trying to build and build and build and create. And I'm talking about to Portia, to Michaela, to Emily, to you, to Kiana. I'm around a whole bunch of somebody text 20-year-old and tell me, I say he's down bad for calling me. He know he down bad. But yeah, but everybody we around with are creators. And when you said that, it made me sit back and think like, damn, I'm around a whole bunch of creators. So we're creating. You know what I mean?
think
and I just want to say this, we can't get stuck where we at. We got to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Yeah, no problem. And I've just been looking at it, you know what I'm saying, family based on, you know what I'm saying, he told me, the father yesterday told me, I said, man, how was your vacation? He said, it was all right. I could have came home a lot earlier. And he said, my kids, they could have got any house built from the ground up, mansions and stuff. But I told them, why would you need that? Start from the bottom, get a shack and appreciate things. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool. But at the same time, we don't have no aspect on how to do that. How do we, you know what I'm saying, just sit there and say, hey, this is that. Like my sons, they have behavioral issues. I was up at the school every day for my youngest son, my second youngest son. I was up at the school every day, until I had to figure out what I had to say to him, change the words, change the approach and stuff like that. And I learned that from, treatment and going to, different people's and sitting in meetings with therapists and psychiatrists and things like that. And my knowledge got a little bit deeper. And what you said was hang around successful people. They treat you better. And not saying like that because a person, you know what I'm saying, you can live in a cardboard box can treat you better than somebody by not giving you nothing but giving you love. That could be more. It's what you want to accept. But at the same time, this man
who is this person saying I'm blocking you? What happened?
I don't know, but at the same time, damn, I lost my train of thought.
Got for that, man. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. No, I got it now. I got it back. Hanging around.
Who is that?
And so go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. I don't know who that is. Find out who that is.
I was just gonna read some of the comments.
I ended up gonna have my mic muted too. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kiana. I'm sorry.
Hold on, let me finish then. If you're gonna do that real fast, I think that when he put me and everybody else, he didn't know me from Adam and Eve. Go ahead, man. Go drive that truck. That's $150,000. How many people that you know close to you gonna say you can get in my Honda? You know what I'm saying? No, you can't even drive my stuff around the block. So you got to be around what you said so early. Be around people who, you know what I'm saying, has manifested how to run a business and how to uplift a person. So that confidence, everybody that comes to him and work for him, they leave with a trade. They leave with knowledgeable stuff and stuff. So I think that, you have to be around people who are doing something, period, point blank. And we are like the Avengers. I want to say we like the Avengers.
Get some comments real quick, Kiana.
Man, that ain't Keisha. That look like Keisha.
Who?
Nicole's sister.
Where?
It says Kurt to Cruz.
Yeah. That's Keisha. Yeah, that's Keisha.
Blocking.
Huh?
She said, I'm blocking you. Who is she blocking?
I have no idea, but the next message that come through that's a little bit not right, then just let her engulf into this, because this is
This
what we
might
do.
heal her. This might heal her.
Yes,
Hey, but look,
yes.
though, we got to get on this other topic, because we do got another topic, and I know this topic been dope. We already hit 300 people. We got 300 live viewers. I don't know how many we got right now. We might got no telling. I don't
Portia,
know.
don't say that shit.
She said, surround yourself with like-minded people. Why don't you need to say that, Emily?
It's a trigger.
It's a trigger. Thanks. All right. Topic 2.
Surround yourself with people that you are wanting to be as successful as.
The statement is a trigger.
First, we gotta
Not the
okay.
act of the statement is a trigger.
Okay.
Well, we gotta be honest though. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, if you look at your friends and you look at listen, I forgot who told me this. They were like, look at the last 10 people you called and think about what the conversations was about. You know what I mean? And when he told me that, I was thinking about. I'm like, damn, my last 10 calls was about nothing. You know what I mean?
I need to start
nothing.
OnlyFans then, if that's okay.
Hey, listen, the success from them accounts. I'm just saying.
Silly, man.
Moving forward.
My last 10 conversations, no, just playing. I am just joking, y'all. I've been on a whole different level lately, so I'm just joking.
Up,
clearly.
Do anybody want to rotate out real quick where he can come up? He said he got one more thing to say. It'll be real brief.
I can go.
All right, go ahead. And I'll just bring you back in. I'll bring you back in until you get done. All right, let me get him in. All right, and then after this, Emily, we can start this new topic, and then we can get off here. Go ahead, bro. You got the flow. What's good?
Okay, yeah, because I did have one other thing, and when Man was talking, it reminded me of that, because he was talking about the guy's son, and one of the other things that I've been trying to spread a message about is the special thing about us, as the Black people who descended from slavery and have that lineage, is what they did, and the main, because I want to be brief, so I'm gonna have to go through this quick. They wanted us to remain as property. They wanted us to remain illiterate and not have the ability to read. And what I think that's tied to is that when we were sold to these people, it was like they were told, hey, don't teach them nothing because they catch on quick. So with saying that, I think what happened is, 40 or 50 years ago, they just realized, since we can't stop them from reading and getting access to this thing, we need a major distraction. And I think they discovered what it was, and it's all this negativity, this violence, and this salaciousness, because we always got these relationship topics, or they always try to kind of come in and play with everything a lot of times. And why I'm saying that is because, with our children, as different as probably as the other guy he's talking about, because he might be talking about white guy, but I don't know. What they have to do, they have to make sure that they give their kids extracurricular activities and extra academics and get their mind set on that right away. We don't have to do that. All we have to do is make sure the negativity is not there. And the biggest trick they did is that we think that's part of our Black culture. We think that we're supposed to be into the violence and into the salaciousness and the negativity. And if you're not into that, then you ain't Black, or you trying to act white. And so we are our own worst enemies, because we're pushing a lot of that negativity and showing and exposing our kids to it as like that's a way of, that's how you're Black or whatever. When if we just didn't show that, we wouldn't have to put a bunch of books or show them a bunch of math problems or any of that stuff. They're naturally, they will get to that, and that's how I feel, how I kind of gained a lot of my knowledge, is because I wasn't really exposed to a lot of negativity. I didn't gravitate to it when I was, you know, a little more of
Keep it real though, bro.
less sheltered.
I don't think people understand how much energy people put into being negative, bro. It's they actually they even call around like, man, did you hear what he say? What did he say? You feel me? I'm telling you, put a lot of negative. Put a lot of energy.
It affects us a lot differently because the other people, they can just go around do negativity, and they'll be fine if they have some academics and curriculars going on. But see, that takes away from us. You know, when we have that negativity and everything, you know, and that's how it plays into this failure of success thing, because we have so much negativity going on that we can't focus on positive things like success, and we're blinded to when we're moving forward because we think our culture is accentuating the negative stuff. So
How do you feel about
I'm sorry.
Danielle said blacks compete instead of collaborating. How you feel about that? That's real, huh?
Real quick. Shout out to Tracy for joining.
Thank you, Tracy, for joining.
Y'all can't see me, Steph. You
Tracy
can't
who?
see me shake. Not your Tracy. Tracy.
Oh.
Yeah. You can't see me over here shaking my head, but I am in total agreements with you. One thing when man said the truck thing, that stuck out to me too, because like you said, you don't know if this gentleman is you know, Caucasian or whatever he is. But another thing that, you know, and you went straight into it with the education and not needing to be, that's their biggest fears of us, and we don't even realize it. Our capabilities. It's not the fact that we carry guns or things like that. They not scared of us, the violence. They scared of our intellect. And hell yeah, they gonna let us drive that $150,000 truck. They trust us to do it because they know we the best at what we do. They utilize us. They capitalize off of us. But we don't do it for our own self. We don't capitalize off our own strengths. So I agree with you. I was over here shaking my head.
Well, I want to say I need to go to work tomorrow. So my boss, you know what I'm saying, he's a little bit different. And I think that culturally wise, yes, he do need me. Yes, he do need me. But at the same time, you know, who else gave me the chance?
He know that you isolated. He know that you're not around a lot of us at the moment of where you at right now, and he don't got to worry about you being corrupted and pulled into the negativity.
He know my girl runs and owns a business, a restaurant.
Yeah, I feel you on that, but I'm as a person myself, when I
can move. Hold on, I don't want you all to think that I'm this, you know, tapping dancing and stuff like that.
We're just talking about in general.
No, I'm just clarifying it for everybody because when I came in, I was in school, and he said, you know, I could have went to school, I could have stayed in school. He said, if you drop out, I'll pay whatever you need. I'll get whatever you need. Whatever you need, car, whatever you need, I'll do that for you. If you work with me, and now you'll get the experience, you'll get the training. Not only will I learn how to drive the truck, but I know how to take it apart and put it back together. And I learned about agriculture, which feeds the world, and that's a lot of schooling we don't have.
And that's that opportunity we was talking about.
Yeah, y'all gotta
what I was saying is that I'm gonna wrap it up and then I can drop off or whatever. If y'all want me to stay, I'll stay too. But I'm gonna say what I was saying. I wasn't saying use a tap dance or nothing, but I'm even from my own experience. When I'm in a situation where when I'm more so isolated, and I don't mean, you know, separated from the culture, then those people are definitely more willing to help you and to do things for you because they know you're not surrounded by that likeliness to be engulfed in the negativity that we think is part of our culture. So he know if you was around your brothers, and not to mean your blood brothers or nothing like that, but you know, they be like, oh man, that man gave you that truck, man. We know, why don't you use it so I can go make this run? But when he know that you by yourself and that you was focused on something and that you separated yourself, then he knows that, okay, this is a person I can take advantage of the opportunity that he's trying to separate himself from that, and then he can also take advantage while giving you an advantage. So that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying like he was a tap dance. I want to say when you do that, that's when you can get the help a lot of times, and that's also something that's a big problem though, because that means when we're with our culture and we with our people, then we can't get the help from the people that made sure that they had advantages and limited us. And so they won't help us until we separated, because they know we're engulfed in this culture of negativity, and that we're most likely to fall into do something negative, to make it general. So and that's kind of a problem, because that's why people say we can't work together. We can't, because we got so much of this negative stuff that we think is part of our culture that we're naturally just gonna want to bring one another down. And then it makes it so that we're very, very close to a point where, progress is going to be outside of the culture and the community only, like solely. And like we're like 2 to 10 years away from it. It's like that's how dire it is, So.
Well, he not only gave me an opportunity. I got my 2 nephews and I got my cousin that's coming in, that's in there too. So he got 4 of us, and then I could bring anybody else in there, huh? And
oh shit, I thought you did, my bad.
And I'm not saying this to say that. I'm just saying no, because we do have other people of other cultures on here, and so I just don't want to make it seem like I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, that black this, black that, even though that's what we go through. You know what I'm saying? But they are good people, like you said. So haven't you been around a Caucasian person who has given you something that probably you could obtain in the hood, like the movie thing and the directing and stuff of that sort?
I think the only thing I got to really say about what you guys are talking about is we got to be, like when we're talking about these topics like this, and we talk about being successful, if somebody gave you an opportunity or a chance to be successful and you take it, then that means you gambled on yourself. But don't nobody need you that's successful. Remember that. They wanted you. They really don't need you. But there's somebody else who would dive out the window for that piece of that booty bread. Remember the put bread that didn't nobody want? Somebody gonna want to put some, you know what I mean? Somebody gonna want it. So they don't need you, they want you. You know what I mean? And once they don't want you or they don't need you no more, however, they're gonna change you. They'll switch. So I can agree with both of you guys, what you guys were saying. But we do have a new topic. I don't know where in the world Emily just went that quick. I tried to bring her back in. So
go ahead, bring her back in. I'm gonna go ahead and fall off. I gotta get. Huh?
I don't see her. She's not in here no more.
Okay.
But I tell you
Did you talk about the next topic?
Yeah, we can open it up right now, and then after this, we can get up off of here. Charlotte, you want to start it? You want to start this one off, Mama?
Okay. So topic 2 for everybody that's just coming back or coming in. The question is, what are some things you learned about yourself that has changed your outlook on life? For me, I learned that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So listen twice and speak once. Again, speak with intent. I learned that it's not what you know, but who you know more times than often. And I also learned that it is enough space in this world for you to be successful and bring people that you know want that same success with you. You don't have to push people down to get up, because you can't stay up that way.
That was dope, Kiana, for real. That was fire. Again, to you, man, what are some things you learned about yourself that has changed your outlook on life?
Well, I learned that you can't change nobody. They have to be willing to change. I've learned that people are gonna get mad at me because I speak the truth. I learned that people are gonna get mad at me because I have more knowledge than them. I learned that people will get mad at me because I'm too quiet sometimes. I learned that, you know, if I put my first foot forward and stop talking about everything that I do to everybody around me and just do what I do without saying it, then I'll become more successful. You know, so keeping, like she said, 2 ears and 1 mouth. So in order to be successful, you have to speak to the right people. So that's what I learned.
That's dope. All right, Brad, bro, how you feel about that? How you feel about the topic? Topic 2, it's on you. Damn, I kicked him right when he started talking. My bad, man.
I said she loves different and it's rare.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna bring you back in, bro. I'm sorry. I was looking for Emily, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't see no name on there or nothing. This thing is acting up tonight, y'all. We had a good 400 something live viewers right now. Emily, this second topic is dope, and I don't know if you heard what Kiana said, but she just came up in this joint and snapped. But don't trip, bro. We'll bring you back. I'm sorry, but
I heard a little bit.
everything.
I've been too busy watching her facial expressions.
Yeah, she's hilarious, bro. She can't hide it. She can't hide. She got the big old eyes. She cannot hide her emotions or nothing.
No,
I know when I done said something stupid, she do just what she doing now.
I've come to learn her very, very well. She don't even have to speak any longer. I know her very well now.
Okay, Emily, it's on you. You want to hit this topic?
Sure. What are some things you've learned about yourself that has changed your outlook on life? I've learned that I'm very outspoken. And sometimes shut up, Kiana. You ain't even say nothing, but whatever. Okay, so I've learned that it may come off as rude, and then I've learned that I need to actually give a fuck, excuse my language, when it comes off as rude. So I've been humbled, and it's changed my life because I've learned, shut up, Kiana. I've learned how to think before I speak, even though I was taught that when I was little. Man, you can go to hell too. Even though I was taught that when I was little, literally, think before you speak, I never used that. I never put it into place. And I probably still don't do that to this day. That's probably why Kiana laughing so hard. She like, bitch, you ain't changed. You ain't nothing about it.
I wasn't. I only, listen, I promise you, sometimes you are my soul twin. And I was just trying to be quiet.
No, but y'all, I'm laughing, but I'm serious. That has been something about me that even if it's a good thing, like trying not to get off the subject, and I won't be long-winded, trying to date being honest as I am is tragic as fuck because it always ends up smacking me in the face. So I just need to learn how to just shut the fuck up sometimes. And I'm learning. I'm humbling myself and I'm learning because that has taught me a lot. It's taught me a lot.
Yeah, that's
I've also learned that you can't help everybody. It don't matter family, friend, or foe. You can't help everybody. They just don't reciprocate it. When somebody got in their mind that they don't fuck with you, and that they got upset, they're gonna show you through their actions. So you just can't, no matter what. And they'll be the one to call you for help. They'll be the one, hey man, I need some help. Then as soon as you give them that advice, oh man, you just can't help everybody.
Facts. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I have a 2-time conversation. We could talk about it twice. After that, I done told you what I thought and how I would approach it or how I think you should approach it. There ain't no 3 strikes you out with me. You get the first time because you was probably venting and we could try to problem solve. You get the second time because I think you listening. Ain't no third time. That's it.
And just like a female called me earlier, for advice on the Bible and stuff like that. Now, me, I didn't give her my advice. I opened the book and showed her. Immediately, she got mad and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, well, the conversation is over. Well, you this, you did, you'll never be nothing. You know, that drives me when people say I'll never be nothing. That's cool. That's fine. You in a place to where you calling me. And so I forgave her, and we have to learn how to forgive. So that's another thing that I've learned, to learn how to forgive. And that's how I move forward. So I forgave her. 10 minutes later, she called. I apologized. This and that, you were right, and this and that, because we're so quick to give up on people that it'd be amazing relationships that we just throw in the garbage and we could have had, but we just didn't wait and be patient on learning each other and making that bond better and understanding each other's boundaries.
Kiana,
Hey, you know
get
what I
your
learned?
hand off your chin.
I learned.
I was reading. I swear, I was just
Good.
reading.
You can read the topics after Sosa.
No, you can read the topic right now for the new people
The
that join.
topic and the comments. But go ahead, Sosa. What you learned? Because you never talk. We want to hear Sosa talk.
If you don't take that microphone off mute and quit playing with
Hey,
me.
You can do that.
I ain't gonna lie, Sosa. A few of my people said that you need to involve yourself a little bit more. So that's the viewers, not me. The viewers.
I don't mind getting involved. I like, to be honest with y'all. Y'all just don't understand how much this show really means to me. Like hearing you guys talk, hearing you guys talk, I really be getting the medicine that I need. Y'all don't even know that. That's why I be quiet. You know, a wise man sometimes be quiet and listen, and then be like, damn, that's all me. You know what I mean? Sometimes certain topics we talk about, I feel like y'all talking about me. So I did be like, damn, I need to get my shit together.
Let's say you don't want to tell your business.
You
No, I
learn,
don't
and once
mind.
you listen and learn the point, it's your turn to get in because you experienced, you've been through a lot of hard times, and you need to share your hard times.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. What are
You a
some of the
dope
things?
dude, and the words that come out of your mouth is so educational. It's crazy. Don't nobody see that. Can't nobody see that. When you talk to me, man, your mind is out the galaxy. You think deeper. You think 4D instead of 3D.
Y'all taking
So
my
I just
movements too. I'll do that. That means y'all see the comments. Don't fucking try to. But go ahead, do the comments and then do the topic, and I'll tell you, and I'll go how I feel about it.
We just using what we learned. Ain't that the topic? Anyway, Your Majesty said, y'all made me turn my TV off. Danielle said, I learned that I'm dope AF and I need to share more of myself. Bear With Me said, I learned way too much to type. Facts. You come up.
It definitely let you up. You know that, right?
Ruthie said, I learned that my life experiences have helped me to understand others better. It changed my outlook because I can stop and think about why someone is acting the way that they are. You never know what someone is going through, and sometimes you got to give people grace. More times than often, we need to give grace because we need it. Bear With Me asks, what's the topic? Give me a second, bear with me, and I'll read that. Steffi said, learn to be silent. Kenyetta said, I learned how to hold my tongue because I'm so blunt. I learned my attitude will affect a situation. Your Majesty said, I learned it's okay to be yourself. I'm not reading Danielle's comment about me and John. The subject,
but it's true.
The subject is, for Bear With Me and anybody else joining us, the subject is, what are some things you've learned about yourself that has changed your outlook on life? I got one more.
Me too.
Oh, that's a pipe dream as children. I hate it in adult land. I hate it here. I don't care. I understand that I could be successful and thrive. But they said we could do what we want, stay up late, eat what we want, pay our own bills, and go where we want. And we can't do none of it.
They lied to us.
They lied and we bought the dream.
I swear I wanted to be grown so bad. This is not it.
Baby, if they give me a pill to go back to childhood.
So me on the grill too.
Because I can't make the taste go away from the wildness. But go ahead. I'll get with you later.
That man, again, you steaks and shit too. I'm coming to work down there with y'all.
Marinate it, but put it in some vinegar for a little bit. And
I'm getting a $6,000 bonus at the end of the season.
Good. Now I know where to come to borrow some money, nigga.
I'm lying. All y'all, I forgot my family was on this. I'm sorry, I'm lying.
All the Christmas gift calls. You finna buy all the kids the Christmas gifts.
So
I might not buy them Christmas gifts, but I'm gonna buy them something.
Danielle said man must have got some stamps.
I sure wish. I sure wish I get some stamps. I closed my case a long time ago. I told them go ahead and close it. You know, to be honest,
Danielle said,
I was mad as hell I ain't get my stamps on the first. I had to wait till the 8th. So
And I was trying to get you to read Bear With Me's comment.
I was about to. But first Kiana said I learned to see the truth about people instead of the good. Bear With Me said, but the main one, take people for what they show you the first time. Amen. Yes, man, money. Danielle said, LOL, she showed us each item he showed us each item in his whole fridge. Facts. He cooking, y'all. Next meal on man. Everybody at his crib. We'll ride down there together.
Boneless ribs. I'll be glad when I see y'all. It's been 14 years I've been down here. I ain't seen none of y'all.
You a damn lie. First of all, I used to come see you every weekend. Let's not forget that. Well, not you, but
go right back.
Girl,
Solo.
that was when my back was strong.
Answer the question.
Yeah, okay. You can read the topic out and I'll go ahead and we can get it in.
The question is, what are some things you've learned about yourself that has changed your outlook on life?
I think whoever topic this was dope. I don't know who did it. I just took it, so I don't know. I think it might have been Portia. I don't know. I can't remember who topic this was. But if you guys, it coincides with the first topic about being successful, and I think what I learned about myself is I can do it. You know what I mean? Because when I went to go do a film a competition, right? I bagged out at the last moment because the dude said, all right, if you're going to do it like that, then I'm not going to do it with you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn. And I'm like, all right. And I just dropped out because I didn't think I could do it by myself. But I just learned, man, that a lot of things that I ever wanted, everything that I ever wanted in life, everything that if I dropped to my knees and I asked the Most High for it, I got it. Everything I asked God for, I got it. I promise you, I'm not lying, bro. Anything I ever asked for, I got it. And I learned how to just believe in that, you know what I mean? Then to believe in myself and just make it happen. Even if I got to do it by myself, you know what I mean? And be around like-minded people. Because I used to be, everybody who I'm around end up doing the same thing that I'm doing. So I just make sure
we don't use that term in this podcast.
What?
Please.
What term?
Being around like-minded people. It's a trigger for me. Don't say that shit.
So I'm gonna have Emily mute her ears, but you know I like to be around like-minded people now. But no, though I just learned that sometimes you got to do it to get it done. You got to do it yourself. You know what I mean? And don't stop it. You never can be done. You can never be finished. If I build something, I built a house, I got to continue building a house for the next person too, showing them how to build too. So yeah.
These comments, though.
So what I'm hearing you
catch the
say,
comments, and then I want to say something real quick.
So what I'm hearing you say, is, whatever the universe has given you, you're giving it back now.
Yeah, not only that, it's just that I'm adding to it. I'm not taking away. You know what I mean? I was lucky. You know, a lot of people don't know my arm is broke. My hand is broke right now. I can't do nothing, and I end up being around a lot of people that look out for me, man, and I got lucky. You feel what I'm saying to you? Because a lot of people don't have nothing. And I called my mother this morning. I tried to complain about it, like, man, my hand broke. I'm running around with the baby. I need help. She sent me a long text message. I was like, yeah, whatever. But she was right. You know what I mean? I appreciate the people that got around me right now, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm having a lot of help. So, yeah, I just learned how to respect people more.
You go, because the comments are slowed down some right now.
Yeah, go ahead. You get a comment and I finish.
So really quick, no, she said I can go. Damn it. Now.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna keep this to 2 seconds. No. Seriously, y'all, boy, we some long-winded ass people, but we spit good knowledge. Our knowledge of what we believe in. So I appreciate y'all, even though I be like, look, comments.
Love you too. Even though I be looking at Emily like Kiana like.
All right, but no,
That's all.
Another thing that I've learned about myself is that and what I've been applying to life is accountability. I've learned that I have to take accountability for all failed relationships, all failed friendships, because I go into things believing that people are my friends right then and there. I don't need to get to know you. I don't need to know whether you feel the same way about me. I love you, goddammit, because that's what I do. I love people. So I learned that my vulnerability causes me a lot more heartache than it does love. And that's backwards as hell, because you would think somebody that loved the way I do and do the things that I do for people would get that energy back, because that's what they say. The energy you give is the energy you get back. I don't, that's not true. That's not true. People use you, and that's not the energy I'm getting. So I learned to say, no, I love you still, but I love you still.
Yo, you first off, you need to chill out. For real, you bugged out with this joke. Hey, listen, y'all. I'm gonna just say this, and I hope y'all don't get upset at me. You know what I mean? Because for what y'all know, I got love for y'all.
Time to go.
Listen. You know, I got love for y'all. You know how I feel about this podcast. Y'all know what it is. I got to put this little fat baby to sleep, and I got to vibe on a higher level. I've been feeling down. But before we go, y'all, do y'all got anything y'all want to say before we close out?
Yeah, Danielle said you got beat up yesterday. That's fucked up. Excuse my language.
Yeah, all right.
And man, you bogus as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, first off, Danielle,
Did you see what he just did though?
Man, you know that boy Manish. He still got some leftover whipped cream right here on his neck. He thought he see it. I'm gonna leave that alone though. Hey, but look, Danielle, we don't believe in violence. I was in a car accident yesterday. And I'm gonna get better. So thanks for sending all the love and support. I really appreciate you guys. You know, no, I'm not lying. Don't do that.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
No, don't call him a liar.
He hit
Are
his
you
hand
okay?
in the door. His
okay?
hand got slammed in the car door. He embarrassed. He don't tell nobody.
I'm gonna have to have surgery on this hand.
Did you slam your arm in the door that hard?
In the project door.
No,
the project door with that spring on it.
He pulled one of them them moves old girl did when she was slamming her arm in the door trying to get a boy locked up.
No,
he trying to get somebody locked up.
I was driving down Selby, and then once the guy came out, I hit the brake and my hand came through, and I should have pulled it out. I should have left it in there, but I pulled it out.
That sounds nasty. That sounds like you got a case of herpes on your fingers. I should have pulled out.
Please excuse
I'm not really sure how we got here, so I'm gonna end my part of this by saying
so listen, if
there was a couple comments that we needed to catch, and
then
I'm going home.
You know, can I ask you something, Kim? I've seen in a total of within a month 30 people with owl tattoos. Why you have your owl tattoo? I just asked everybody.
Honestly, I've developed a love for owls working at a store, and they used to get all the really cute stuff. And then I started seeing them, and I learned that owls represented wisdom in different phases of life. And I've seen them multiple times. Every time I feel like I've gotten better, I've seen an owl a couple of days or a couple of weeks within that time frame. They're messengers, they're spiritual, and they also can spin their heads, so they see things coming from afar.
I think that you represent that owl really well. That's why all I got to say. And you know, I'm not brown nosing or nothing like that. I just
you better not spin your motherfucking head around, or you out of here.
You do that, yeah.
Tongue long as hell. Hey, did y'all see what Danielle?
I'm in the comments and then I'm leaving.
Did y'all see what Danielle said? Talking about he was in a freak egg accident.
Daniel
That's hilarious.
Hey, that egg.
Mute your mics, damn it! Daniel Sanchez said something that I think we need to pay attention to. He said, if it's meant for you, no one can stop your destinations. I think he's meaning destiny. And Bear With Me said, I've learned that I can't fight every time I'm offended. One of the other things that I think we forget is I had a bad tendency of trying to fight other people's battles for them. And I would take things more personal about what they were doing or going through than they would take about themselves. So to go on what Emily said, I had to stop giving so much of myself to other people because I wasn't getting it back. And once I did that, I started getting back from other people what I had been giving to people that was not them.
You really think you slick? You really think you slick? We ain't finna do that. We about to end this show, Kiana.
I did.
And we ain't gonna let you bait us back in. You just trying to bait Emily back in because you know
she didn't even read the comments.
I did.
Whatever.
Those was the comments I was trying to catch.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie,
you read
y'all.
all the comments because there's a lot of comments down.
We gotta end this show, y'all.
You read 2 comments.
No, but
it was like, and that's to go back to what
Emily, I'm up here like a preacher. I'm up here like, yeah. Verse 3.9.
And you can't deny she be dead on with what she be saying. So I get why you said she trying to keep the show going.
He bait you in, and then you
them comments.
No, man, y'all stop.
Get the comments so our people feel loved and heard, and then we'll figure out from there what time we end in the show.
It's pretty as hell. Your Majesty laughed. Danielle said, all that food you showing and you eating whipped cream. She said he broke his hand in an egg fight accident. Kenyatta laughed. Bear With Me said, yes, owls, elephants, and hearts and butterflies. Yeah, I love elephants.
Definitely heard about butterflies.
Kenyatta said, my whole kitchen is owls. They are my spirit animals. I just scheduled to get my owl tattoo. I have 2 of them. Stephanie said, Cap, y'all like owls because they say who? Because that's my favorite thing. Because who you talking to? And lastly, Solo want to go lay down so bad. Man, listen, the medications that they gave him that kicked in. So them is all the comments I'm reading.
Thank you. Now, you guys, thank you for joining me to the Call Talk Podcast. We appreciate it. Hey, yo, listen, we are still looking for locations for October 21st. If we don't find it, we're going to get a booth and a bottle. You know what I mean? We're going to make it happen. Anywhere to go our year, because it is the year anniversary. Who did, I don't know, was it Ruthie or who, or was it Dominique looked it up and said it was October 23rd, but I think it was October 29th, somewhere around there. Right, man?
I think it was it was earlier, but I think that everybody started to come in like on the 29th, towards the 29th.
Yeah, because when we first started, it was me, you, and this older white lady who were like, man, it's hot.
I remember it when it was just you and Man. So, yeah.
No. See, y'all got it messed up. It was me, Man, and Tony Rome. That's what y'all forgot. Yeah,
I remember saying Tony.
Yeah, Tony was in the building. But yeah, man, it's been a year for us, y'all. We got over 400 live viewers. The other night we had over 500 live viewers. That was dope. It's at 1,000 right now. So we had a show yesterday. My phone died, y'all, and I was in so much pain, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I couldn't do nothing. Like, right now, my hands feel like somebody
going to sleep. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been
over here. So.
Like now, I'm up now. I'm not going to sleep.
Man, you know what? I'm going to do you a favor. I said I was going to end the show, but I got a comment from Bear With Me. Go ahead. You can read that one, man.
What?
Bear With Me.
Back out.
Oh, man, I needed some advice on this meeting I just had with the baby dad and his girl. I'm always late.
Oh no, we here, baby. Sosa said he want to talk about it.
I didn't say nothing like that.
You just said, man, read the comment and you was gonna end the show, but
all right, go ahead. Come on, let's talk about it. Come on up, Bear With Me. What happened, Mama?
Lay down. Go and get comfortable and put your arm up.
This is perfect. Somebody asked for advice, so she might break the barriers for everybody.
Facts. Come on up, Bear With Me. We got it open for you, Mama. I sent you.
You can definitely come on without your camera on if you worried about. We just hearing your voice. You don't have to come on with your camera.
In the refrigerator. I got baby sauce right here in the refrigerator. Look. money. Get your money out the refrigerator.
He wants something out the refrigerator. You
He
need to
keep
find
eating
out.
cheese. He bit a hole in every piece of cheese we got in the
We'll
refrigerator.
just give him one piece of cheese and make him sit there and eat it, and maybe
I'm about changing baby sauce to diaper tonight. I'm about to trick Francis into doing it. But look though, I don't think she want to come up. But let's do the back chat, y'all. Let's do the back chat and oh, she said send it. Okay, I'm sending you back in. I'm sorry. Kiana, you trying to come back up? Okay, y'all, let's end the show. It's
Can I say my Murray at the end?
Yeah. Matter of fact, let me say my piece. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Thanks for everybody who was coming through, helping me. Shout out to Mimi. She pulled right up. And look, she even signed it. This ain't no real cash yet, Mimi. Shout out to Riri. I don't know where Riri at. I ain't seen Riri tonight. But shout out to Riri. Thank you guys.
You always sending shout outs to motherfuckers. You know that?
I'm sorry. Shout out to Emily too, because Emily
you
pulled up
can
on me.
Hold on. Bro.
Can I give you my flowers?
Hey, he don't shout out the people that do it just cause he know see I don't get no recognition because he expect it from me. He know I'm coming.
You know what the see Emily?
He know I'm coming.
You know why I can't give you the shout out yet? Because we booking the deal. Once the deal get booked, you know what I mean?
I'm talking about just for pulling up. I don't care. I don't know what you talking about.
Oh, but you always pull up. You know what I mean? It ain't no
see,
secret.
that's what I'm saying. It's expected.
Well, because I'm pulling up too. It's supposed to be like that there. But other than that, shit, who the realest? It's a deep topic. I'll definitely take a while. So what? Come on up, man. Come on. We give you 20. All right, 10:30, y'all. We ended. How about that? 10:30. 10:30 for bear with me. We do it one time.
Yep. We can introduce tomorrow's topic.
This is what he wanted. All right, come on, bear with me.
He didn't need anything.
Okay.
I gave you something. I'm messed up. Y'all talking about I don't need nothing.
I need some of that rice. So after I get done with my training, I'm there tomorrow. So if anybody want to meet up for some rice.
Hey, what time do that close? Is it open right now?
I don't know, but the kitchen was closed today. I went up there.
So if there's any beautiful person that's online that's watching right now and want to help old Sosa out because you know my hand broke, you guys can actually.
Ain't nobody finna do that.
What? Do what? Shut up, Emily. Okay, hold on, let me send her the invite. Invite is out. Bear with me. Let's go. Somebody send me some DoorDash. I like pancakes. Yo, shout out. Bear with me. How you doing, Mom? Bear with me. You know I still got your stuff back in my room, right?
Am I on here? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, you on. And guess what? I still got all your stuff in my room. I got your.
Okay, I'm gonna need that. Okay, y'all. So I got Bear here. He's special needs. You're gonna hear him in the back. That's why I'm gonna never join. Like I'm trying to put him to sleep. But okay, long story short, we was having a conversation. We conversated about a whole lot of stuff, right? So we're having this mediation meeting, so-called, just to get things back on track so we can all co-parent, right? It's been some issues. You know how that go. So one thing that I need advice on is, okay, so I'm gonna tell you how the conversation went, right? And then just give me advice based off what I tell you. So I was like, to start it off, get the air it out or whatever. I'm like, my baby dad loves me or got a certain amount of love, and I got a certain amount of love for him, as like a mutual respect. See, that's why I can't really talk on the phone. But anyway, so she took offense to that when I'm telling her, like, it's not a love, like a sexual thing or like I want him. It's just a simple fact. If I don't view him with a certain amount of love, you know what I'm saying, or respect, I'm going to resent my kids. And she took it as, oh, you need to tell her you don't love her. You need to be telling her you don't love her right now. So am I wrong for even bringing that up? I feel like if you hash it out, we going to hash it all out.
Say something real quick.
Yeah. I'm going to mute myself because my baby,
First and foremost, don't worry about your baby in the background. We all got kids. That's why we do it the way we do it. We want people comfortable. Your baby ain't bothering us. We hear you over the baby. We ain't tripping on none of that. You speak your piece, baby. You ain't got to worry about that baby. We go here, and the baby's supposed to be bad as hell in the background. So we with the shits. Excuse my language.
Don't be doing baby close. Could it be crazy?
Yes. But I want to say something really quick.
Put my nephew in your mouth.
I want to say something really quick because I have been through this with my son's father. We talk about this all the time on the podcast, love, so you are not alone. Trust me. First of all, she's insecure as hell.
Did you call me on? No,
That's
I didn't.
how I feel. Second,
yeah, I try not to make it. I try not to make it about her being insecure, but like she got something on her shoulder. Cause for one, she been like over inserting herself, crossing boundaries. Oh, and it's another thing, y'all. Since I'm on here, I might as well talk. So, another thing she said, like, there's boundaries. The kids shouldn't be calling after a certain hour, blase Skippy. And
Well,
I'm just like, how?
let's get with one thing
As
first.
long as it's not me calling, why do my kids have to not call their dad if they waking up and they out they sleep like, oh, I want my dad? Like, it's literally nothing there. I don't want the man at all. She track his phone so she know I don't want him. You get what I'm saying?
I want to tell you something. I've heard enough. I've went through it. I think that you, and this is real because I don't know you, but I care for you because my people care for you.
Mm-hmm.
You need to let him learn and grow in his new relationship. Ain't no more love and all that. You can have your love. Huh?
You get what I'm saying? This been 5 years. They got another kid, everything. So I let him do what he needs to do. But my kids are getting neglected in the process. And that's why I'm like, it's been so much. That's why I say it's deep because this ain't this super deep. It ain't just like no surface type stuff, new beginning. No. It's been 5 years of straight bullshit, like straight up bullshit. Like, and so
I feel like you should start creating new boundaries. You should just stop saying I love you. You should separate your lives and put the kids first. And that's about. Hold on, she the queen. You got to know she the queen.
Look, and
she the queen.
I don't step on the queen's toes because I don't want your man. I can't give him no place to live, nothing like that. So I respect you in that aspect. You feel me? So my thing is, if I've showed you all this respect and you crossing boundaries as far as telling my kids when they can be with their dad, when they can see their dad, when he can, just it's deep. Like I said, I ain't trying to air them out. I'm just trying to give advice on what's going on right now.
That's weird. She weird.
No, they still love each other, bro. And listen, let me tell you something, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. And this is why I do this show, because when you love somebody, right?
No, y'all get hung up on love. Wait. I don't want y'all to. No. It's y'all getting hung up on the love thing. Like when I'm hating him, I'm cursing him out.
Y'all really actually are. Listen, man.
We're not hung up on that. We listening.
Yeah, we listening. Okay. Life in the fast lane come with a rush, but the heart still wants what it wants. And people, this is what people mess up at, right? They get in relationships and get out of them when they still in love. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't nothing there, you wouldn't even need to waste your breath and tell them like, well, I love you this type of way.
Exactly. If you had a real king in your life.
But I don't gotta explain the hate. You gonna take that hate and you gonna accept that hate. But if I say I love you or my kids should be able to hear their dad. It wasn't even like that. It wasn't like a say I love you. It was like she needed to hear him say he don't love me type deal. Like, tell her you don't love him. This is what she's saying.
Listen,
y'all got something going on.
No, man. Let
the lady speak because y'all men confused.
Y'all pushing the fuck out this situation. But can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm not. Wait, hold on. I'm not. I got as much as advice on this as I'm listening to.
Okay. No, I'm just saying everybody's pushing it. Everybody's pushing it right now.
It's not, man.
Let me speak.
They ended their relationship. Listen, hold on, man.
Love.
Hold on.
Let me speak real quick.
Do my Jerry Springer and I'm out.
No, because listen, I was in the middle of something. Y'all cut me off, man. And let me say this, right? When you in a relationship and it ends too early and you have kids, sometimes you can't control the emotions. I don't give a fuck, man. You can hide and say whatever you want. You can lie to us. You can lie to everybody around you, but you can't lie to yourself, because deep down inside, if you didn't care, you wouldn't have brought it up. But listen what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong for however you want to make yourself feel, but you're going to love this. You can't hide it. So when we get in these relationships, instead of breaking up, instead of just trying to make it work, we want to break up and then go see other people still be in fucking love. And now you got a problem with his new girlfriend saying that you shouldn't call this way or the kitchen.
Y'all pushing it. Y'all pushing
set boundaries.
Y'all pushing it. I want to hear what she got to say. Because
I went through this.
Like
I ain't never.
Emily, tell her the damn truth.
everybody got a mute. I'm gonna tell the truth. Everybody got a mute though. First and foremost, I am a mother. I understand my kids. There's been plenty of nights my kids have wanted their father or talked about him. But when you're a grown ass woman, you create boundaries, not just for yourself, but for your children. If they wake up out they sleep, I want to call daddy. It's 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I'm sorry. We can call daddy in the morning. There's a level of respect as a woman, and we have to have those boundaries. I understand shit, but she doing too much. First of all, she doing too much because don't nobody want her man.
Right.
And I get the I love you part because I tell my baby daddy, I show my baby daddy the utmost love and respect, and people don't get that relationship. And I go through this. I've went through it behind my back there, say the shit, because ain't nobody finna check me or tell him what to say or what to do, what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's my son's father. I ain't been with him in years. But ain't nobody finna be like, you can't say you love Emily. And he be like, oh, I ain't gonna say I love Emily. No, because you gotta understand, there's levels of respect. Like you said, you to feel some kind of way about your kids and how your relationship with your kids if you don't have that respect and love for your kid's father. It's not a I love you, it's a I respect you more so. So it's about communicating the proper way, because I think there's a communication issue. So she's taking it the wrong way because she's receiving it the wrong way.
Right.
She what she hears is I love you. She don't hear shit behind that.
Emily, I gave her a surrounding topic. I'm telling her why that even is the issue. Why
hear that shit?
No,
Your word don't mean nothing. You the old, you the ex. Yeah. You had your time. You had your time to correct y'all relationship. Now she came in to make a relationship with him. Y'all relationship is over.
But I feel like the man got her delusional, because men should come in their relationship being honest. Okay, like you shouldn't have her delusional.
Say the word delusional. See now you something you're not telling us here.
I'm gone.
It's complicated the way.
Let me go ahead and say my Jerry Springer real quick, please. And then
we were not in the show. No, man, not yet. Because
I'm not ending it, but I just want to give everybody on the two topics that we said, I just want to give them input on it, and then we're not going to end the show. But I just want to say, for those who out there struggling to push forward or to make that step towards a successful person, that you want to be, just do it like Nike. Just do it.
So again, I'm sorry that kind of derailed the what we was talking about. You snuck that in there, the delusional part, and that complicated the whole situation of my understanding in perpetual and curriculum, as Mayor would probably say.
No, for real.
Why do you say delusional?
Okay, I say delusional because you got into this relationship when you was hurt from the way we ended, right?
Okay, now I just told y'all, and y'all just looked at me crazy.
Yeah, no. That's how he said. We ended on, like, the way I end stuff, I don't give you no explanation. I just disappeared, right? So, you know, and then I give you that. Okay, don't judge me. Don't judge me.
You just disappeared. You go. You go.
Some men not leave, right? So you
got communication issues. I'm sorry.
You said us men can't give you advice.
Hold on, y'all, please. Go away. Let her talk, y'all. Let her talk. Go ahead and tell your truth, mama.
Right. So I abruptly left. I ain't get no explanation, but this is after years of begging and I need this, I need XYZ. It wasn't happening. So I left, right? And you know, sometimes you got to kind of force a person to move on, and that was kind of the situation, right?
Thank you for saying that. Thank you, because that's the only reason I know what she's going through, because I just went through the same shit.
So hold on. We overlooked a very important comment. Duty Do said this is the hottest podcast in Minnesota. I have to agree. Thank you very much.
Yo, shout out to him, man. He that's one of my friends, man. He a good dude, man. He teach a football team and everything. That dude's a good, and he can rap. So shout out to him. Thank you for joining.
Hey, wait, and Jennifer Jones wants to know what we talking about. So can you just refresh everybody on what's going on?
He said some comments said you left him while leaving all them kids. No. I have other kids before I got him.
He said while having all.
I carry my kids on my back, and I'm telling you, if something not working for my life and my kids, if you can't leave me and my kids, yes, I will leave you with 50 kids. I don't care.
Hey, you know what's so crazy? Hey, the same thing happened to me, y'all. And look, when I heard you talking, I already understood what the issue was. I swear to you, I wasn't trying to be funny. Like when we talk about shit like this, I'm not trying to be funny because I don't think it's funny, because I know where your mind was at. I woke up one day, the same thing happened. I didn't get an explanation. We still tried to make it work. It never worked, and I didn't know when she was gonna move around again. So I never gave back to what I had. I still got love for that person, but the same thing happened, and that's what happened with you. You forced him to move on, and he moved on.
Yeah.
And he really want to come back to you, but you fucking shaky as hell. He don't know.
What's your name?
It's exactly how what Judy said. It's exactly how what Judy said. So if I'm knowing that you being a father or me being active,
read that
you
comment.
can use the car. Okay, it says it just went away.
Danielle's right.
Did y'all hear her? I can't get no
Judy
place to say. Sometimes a man get bullied and get told what to do, so they bow down to the female because they will get put out. Exactly. That's what's the deal.
I'm sorry. I never cut nobody off, but I just had a thought that came through that you need to listen to.
Elaborate,
and I'm serious.
Elaborate.
I have to elaborate. It's a kid in this, man. Y'all grow up.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
I'm trying, but you can only grow as far as people willing to go with you. You know what I'm saying?
You have to evolve. If they ain't evolving, you have to do it. You got the child.
My kids without a father. That leaves both of my kids without a father. That's
your kids ain't gonna be without a daddy. I think that y'all need to grow up.
No, you know what it is, Mark.
I'm sorry, Sosa, real quick, because a lot of women need to understand, just because you're not with a man and you evolve as a woman does not mean that man is not a father.
There you go.
It shouldn't mean that, right? But if I gotta beg you, if I gotta plead with you, if I gotta do all these things,
you leave him alone.
You do what God created you to do. You be a mother.
And that's what I'm doing. But I get backlash, bro. Like I get mad backlash, bro. Like
you can't do that because
forget it.
Let it go.
The backlash.
Y'all gotta let it. Listen, y'all. I'm telling y'all, bro. I just went through the
situation.
same shit.
It's not even as cut and dry as baby mama, baby daddy drama, because it's not even that simple. Like
it ain't that simple because y'all, bro. You left him because you felt like he wasn't ready. Right? You felt like he wasn't doing what he was doing. You've been giving him the signals. You've been giving him the signs, and he didn't react to it because you wasn't even verbally saying it. And when you did it in a way that was so aggressive. He didn't probably even pay attention to it. So now that he's with another female, he's doing exactly what that woman telling him to do because he learned from his mistakes with you. So the things he wasn't doing, when you said, yo, you wasn't doing this, now you want to do this with her, and we got these kids over here. You want him to go on to your schedule, but he can't because he's in her house. Yeah. He's following what she got.
And why y'all got so many issues when y'all love each other?
Look, bro.
That's the thing, because you can't express that. And so now you got all this pent up emotion toward me after all these years. You know what I'm saying? You got all this emotion. That's why every time we talk, you yelling, you screaming, you mad. You know what I'm saying? You neglecting the kids because you trying to get back at me so hard. So it benefits them to stay in this toxic cycle more than it benefits him to just be a dad and move forward and say, you know what? I'm in a new relationship and I still got a co-parent, blah, blah, blah.
Girl, that kid is innocent. No matter what you come up with, that kid is innocent, and she or he depends on you to make sure that you can get along with anybody in this world. That kid is dependent on you. If he acting like a butthole, and I don't see how he acting like a butthole if you say you and a girl fighting over because y'all say y'all love each other and all that.
Bro, I don't fight with her. She's blocked.
Y'all can't co-parent if y'all still in love and fighting. Like Sosa said, y'all can. It's not gonna work. Y'all
Emily,
gotta
listen,
figure
the
what
other
y'all.
girl is mad. Listen, y'all, the other girl mad because she know that he
Bring your
don't really love her like
boyfriend
that.
with you.
Listen,
Bring your boyfriend. When you bring the
listen,
kid, bring your boyfriend with you so your boyfriend can see how you act around him. And that way y'all
that's not
level
gonna
it
work,
out.
man.
With
Listen
all
what I'm
this
saying,
drama,
man.
everybody
No,
think I got something going
she,
on with him.
the
I don't have a
girlfriend is
boyfriend right now.
mad. The girlfriend is mad because she know deep. Man, you know when somebody fucking love you or not. Come on, be
Exactly,
honest.
exactly. That's what it is. That's the
We
problem.
need
Do
So
they
she
have a
said
good
that
to touch.
relationship?
Can
some
y'all touch
boundaries.
on the comments?
Do they have
Because
a good relationship?
Yeah,
Him and the baby.
we
hold
touch.
on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Let Emily catch the comments. Let the audience stay with us for a little bit, and let's keep this conversation going. Go ahead, Emily.
Because I hear a lot of hurt men in the comments. I want to touch on this because it's sad that men feel this way. So
Let's get the comments.
so Duty Doo said, did y'all just hear her say I can't give nobody a place to stay? That's
Exactly. So I have to go with
hold
whatever
on,
they do.
hold on, sweetie. Hold on one sec. And she agreed to this. She says, he said sometimes a man get bullied and get told what to do, so they bow down to a female because they will get put out if they don't. Agree? She agreed. So Danielle said, Duty Doo, then that man has other shit to prioritize other than a relationship. True indeed, but that's not always the case, Danielle. Stop being like that.
Yeah, because
So Stefan chimed in and said, and all his women probably treat him like that too. Yep. I think he do need to prioritize and get his own shit so that way you don't have to feel like he got to bow down or tell his kids mama he don't love her or tell his kids they can't call at a certain time. Men need to step up and do more for themselves